Hello, Mr. Jusman.
Yes, I'm here.
Alright. So, the reason you were contacted today was to inform you regarding some legal enforcement action files against your name and your social security number.
Can you speak a little
And we
louder?
have got.
You're really low volume.
Alright.
Maybe you put your
Okay,
headset
okay.
on a little better.
Alright. So, Mr. Zuzman, the reason you were contacted today was to inform you regarding some legal enforcement action files against your name and your social security number. And we have got an order to suspend your social right away from your name because we have found many suspicious activities and fraudulent activities done under your name and your social security number. So, are you aware about this situation?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so can you just grab a pen and a piece of paper? Then I can give you some more information about this case, which you can write it down. And once
Sure, I've
you're
got
ready,
pen and
just let
paper
me
right
know.
here. What do you want me to write?
Okay. Okay, you can write it down your case ID number first. Your case ID number is C as in Charlie, A as in Alpha, number 4, number 6, number 8, number 5. I'm repeat it again. C as in Charlie, A as in Alpha, number 4, number 6, number 8, number 5. Got it?
Yep, I got it.
Alright. And also you can write it down my name. My name is Officer Ella Wilson. Did I need to spell out?
Yes. Could you spell that for me?
Okay. It's E as in Edward, L as in Lima, L as in Lima, A as in Alpha. That was my first name.
Okay, I got your first name. What's your last name?
My last name is Wilson. W as in watch, I as in Ileana, L as in Lima, S as in Sam, O as in Oscar, N as in Nancy. That was my last name.
Okay. Do you have a bitch ID or something?
And also you can. Sorry.
Do you have a bitch ID?
Yes, you can write it down my batch ID number. My batch ID number is SSA 971.
Okay.
Okay, so can you please repeat back to me your case ID number?
CA4865.
Can you please repeat back to me?
Yes, it was CA4865.
No, it's CA46A5.
Oh, CA46A5.
Okay, can you please repeat back to my batch ID number?
SSA 971. And your name is Ella Wilson.
Okay, so, okay. So, I have a small question for you. Have you ever been to the state of Texas before?
Yeah, I've been there before.
Okay, can you please verify me your
It's the
current
Silver
mailing
Star
address?
State. You know, the big star state. I don't know if it's red or silver,
Okay, can you
something
please
like
verify
that.
me your...
It's a big
Alright,
state.
I got you.
They have a lot of oil there.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, can
Well,
you please verify me your current mailing address where you are residing at?
oh, I'm in New York.
Can you please verify me your current mailing address?
Oh, it's P.O. Box 8654, New York, New York.
Can you please listen to me? Can you please go slow and spell out for me?
Oh, sure. P is in Papa, O is in Oscar, 8765.
8765, am I correct?
Right. New York, New York.
Okay.
10013 is the zip code.
What is the zip code, please?
10013.
It's 10013, am I correct?
That's right.
Alright, just be on a hold. Let me pull up your information, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Hello?
Hello?
It's PO at 765 New York 10013, am I correct?
That's right. That's my mailing address.
Alright. So, Mrs. Zuzman, have you ever lost your wallet or any personal information in
You're
the
really
past
low
few
volume.
years?
Can you speak up?
Have you ever lost your wallet or any personal information in the past few years?
No. About 10 years ago I did.
Alright.
I don't know if that's a few years ago, but I was herding
So have you...
I was herding some sheep, and I was out in the field, and lost my wallet, and I couldn't find it in the field anymore. I think the sheep ate it or something.
Okay, so have you ever entered your personal information on any unknown website
There you go again. You're
over
really
the
low volume.
internet?
Can you speak up a little?
Have you ever lost your have you ever entered your personal information on any unknown website over the internet?
No, I don't do such foolish things as that. Have you ever done anything like that?
Why I am asking this all
I
of
have
the
no
questions
idea. Why
because
are you
the
asking me?
Okay, I'll let you know. Why
Okay,
I'm
I'd like
asking
to
all
know.
of the questions because the investigation started under your name and your social security number.
Whoa, who's investigating me?
Listen to me.
I'm
So
listening
let
to
me
you.
go ahead and explain you the
Go ahead and explain to me.
let me go ahead and explain you the situation about this case.
Yes, I'd
But
like to know
before
the
that, I
situation
want to
about this
inform
case.
you. I want to inform you that the line on which we are talking right now is totally recorded by Social Security
Totally?
Administration
Oh
and the
my
law
gosh.
enforcement agencies. So make sure whatever you say or comment, it must be honest
Can you
and
speak up a
true.
little?
And
I
I will
can't hear
give you
you.
fair enough.
Speak a little louder, please.
Okay, that the line on which we are talking right now is totally recorded by Social
It's
Security
totally recorded.
Administration and the law enforcement agency. So make sure whatever you say or commit, it must be honest and true. And
Oh, okay.
I will give you fair enough chance to speak or ask as many as question you have, but after I'm done, okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay. So the investigation
Go ahead,
started
sweet
under
cheeks.
your name and your social security number. When we recover an abandoned car in the south border of Texas,
Oh,
the make
okay, go
and
ahead.
make
Go ahead,
model of
Sizzle
the
Tits.
car and the make and model of the car was Toyota Corolla 2009. So have you ever rented that car under your name?
I'm sorry, they don't rent cars that old. That's 2009. My goodness. Who'd rent a car like that? Where'd you go to? Like rent a wreck or something?
I will let you know. That car was idle on street, and when the local authorities have report about that car, they found some blood and drug residues inside
Why
the
would you
car,
rent a car
which
so
made
old?
them totally enthralling. Sorry?
I said, why would you rent a car that's so old? Rent a wreck, it'd fall apart.
As I already told you, Whatever you say or commit, it must be
Can you
honest
speak
and
up a little
true.
bit? I can't
I
hear
will
you.
give you fair enough. I will give you fair enough chance to speak or ask as many as questions you have, but after I'm done, okay? So do not
Okay, go
interrupt
ahead.
me while I'm speaking.
Go ahead.
So
Sizzle
hence,
tits.
hence after the investigation, they found that the car was rented under your name and your social security number. But before you say
I never rented a car like
saying
that. I
you,
would never rent an old record like
but
that. That's a piece of junk car. 2009, that's an
listen.
old car. I don't even have a car that old.
Okay. The address is 98023 Lakeview Parkway, Los Angeles, California 90001, and the address in the city of Richmond was read by the U.S. Marshals and FBI. But
They were in Texas.
unfortunately, there was no one inside the residence. But we recovered a consignment of 10 pounds of cocaine, which is an illegal drug. As well as we found some
totally enthralled on that one.
documentation. Yes, and as well as we found some documentation which is related to financial institution like Bank of America, US Bank, Chase Bank. As I already told you, while I'm talking, please do not interrupt me.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Listen to me carefully. I will give you fair enough chance.
Go ahead, Sizzle Tits.
Okay. As well as we found some documentation which relates to financial institution like. Okay. Now you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you a little better.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, Sizzle Tits, I'm here. What did you want to say?
So, Mrs. Guzman.
It's Mr. Guzman.
As well as we found...
My name is Mr. Guzman.
As well as we found some... Sorry?
My name's Mr. Guzman. Learn how to pronounce your Z's.
That's... No, I said Guzman.
No, that's close, but that's not. It's Guzman.
Okay, as well as we found some documentation which relates to financial institutions like Bank of America, US Bank, Chase Bank, TD Bank, Wells Fargo, couple of credit unions, etc.
You're really low volume.
Okay. Now you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you a little better.
Okay, as well as we found some documentation which relates to financial institutions like Bank of America, US Bank, Chase Bank, TD Bank, Wells Fargo, couple of credit union, etc. So, do you link with those bank accounts?
Banks. I don't bank with any of those banks.
Okay, which bank you are linking with?
Bank of Indiana.
Bank of what?
Bank of Indiana.
You are linking with Bank of Indiana, Mac.
Yeah, did you write it down?
Yes, I didn't write it down. I'm just checking that you are...
You didn't write it down?
So, that was totally under your name... That was totally under your name and your social security number.
Oh, yeah, that is. It's totally under that.
You said that you didn't link with those bank accounts.
That's right. I said I didn't link with other banks. You said.
But that was totally under your name and your social security number. Now the question arises, when we are investigating with those financial institutions, and we found thousands of dollars being wiped from those accounts locally and internationally, which totally seems suspicious to us.
That sounds
because
suspicious.
All those transactions were made to the narco trafficking and terrorist countries like Mexico and Colombia.
Oh no!
So right now, your name is under federal investigation in the state of Texas with 3 criminal charges pressed against your name, which is drug trafficking and money laundering. As we are having very short time and what you have done was totally against the law of U.S. Treasury.
It's totally? Are you sure it's not just partially? Is it totally?
Pardon?
Is it totally, or is it just partially? You think it's partially against the law, or you think it's totally? You use totally a lot.
Your name is under... Sorry?
You use totally a lot. I mean, it's like totally enthralled and totally recorded. I don't know. You sure it's totally? Maybe it's partially.
It's totally against the law of U.S.
Oh,
Treasury.
totally. Okay.
And we have to sign the arrest warrants
Can you
against
speak up a
your
little bit? I
name,
can
and
barely
we
hear you
have
there.
to
Sizzle tits, speak up.
Okay, so now you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
So as we are having very short time, and what you have done was totally against the law of U.S.
Totally.
Treasury,
Yeah, totally.
and
Okay.
we have to sign the arrest warrants against your name, and we have
What's
to
an errands
suspend your
warrant?
social right away.
What's an errands
According
warrant?
to Section 40.
What's
You
an
are
errands warrant? What's that?
interrupting me.
Well, I don't know what you're
Sorry?
saying. You said an errands warrant? I've never heard of that.
Yes, because as I already
Can you
told
speak
you,
up? I
your
can
name
barely
is
hear you
under
there.
federal. So right now, as I already told you that your name is under federal investigation in the state of
For what?
Texas with 3 criminal charges.
Well, I guess I won't be going to Texas anytime soon.
Because this is an ongoing investigation.
I'm in New York. They can't
okay?
arrest me here, so too bad.
According to Section 42, subsection C of 1958,
What
Drug
happened in
Enforcement
1958?
Administration. Sorry?
This happened in 1958?
No. According
You
to
just said
Section
it. You just said it was
42,
1958 when this all happened. I didn't do anything in 1958. I wasn't even born.
I am not telling that this thing is happening in 1958.
Well,
According
why'd you
to
say
Section 42,
1958?
subsection, just hear me, I will tell you.
Oh, okay.
According to Section 42, subsection C of 1958 Drug Enforcement Administration Act, you are going to be taken for non-violable jail for a term of 9 years, and the penalty should be
9
more
years?
than
What the
$70,000
hell?
to $80,000.
I didn't do anything for 9 years.
So now,
I didn't do anything in
particularly
1958
for
either.
this,
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do anything in 1958.
I didn't say that you have the.
You said something about some section or some who knows what in 1958, and I didn't do anything in 1958. I wasn't even born.
I didn't say that you have done those things in 1958, because it can be a matter of identity theft also. But your name is under federal investigation in the state of Texas. So now, particularly for this reason, 2 of our officers were having watch on you since last 2 to 3 days.
Who?
And your phone calls also
watching
were
me?
being tapped by them.
Who was that? What's their names?
Our senior,
Huh?
sorry?
Who's watching me? What's their names?
2 of our senior officers.
Right. Who are they?
Since last 2 to 3 days.
Yeah,
And
what's
your
their
phone
names?
calls also were being tapped by them, but they did
Can you
not.
speak up a little bit? I can't
Sorry?
hear you.
His name is, one name is Patrick Walker, and the second name is John Anderson.
Why are they watching me?
Because your name is under federal investigation, okay?
For what?
Press against your name, which is drug trafficking and money laundering.
I didn't do any of that stuff.
And your phone calls also being
I wasn't around in 1958. I didn't
your
do
phone
anything.
call also being tapped. Can you
Why are
repeat
you
it
listening?
again?
Why are you listening to my phone calls?
Your phone call also were being tapped by them.
Yeah, why are you listening to them?
I didn't say the investigation
Why are they
started.
listening to my phone calls?
Listen, the investigation started. Listen to me.
Yeah, you better come up with some good stuff, Sizzle Tits.
I didn't say that your investigation started on 1958. The investigation started on 5
Well,
days
what's
back
happening in
from the time
1958
of the
then?
call when we found abandoned. That is a subsection C of 1958, okay? And
Yeah,
the
what happened then?
investigation started on 5 days back. 5 days back from the time of the call when
Well,
we
I've been
found
in
an
New York.
abandoned car on the south border of Texas.
Like I said,
And
I
this
never
is an
rented a car
ongoing
so old.
investigation in the which
They don't even rent cars that old. How can I have rented a car, a 2009 car, a
Oh.
Toyota Corolla? They didn't even rent those.
so you
What kind of
as
bullshit
I
are you
already
coming
told
up
you,
with,
do
Miss
not
Sizzle
interrupt
Tits?
me while I'm speaking.
Can you talk a little louder? I can't hear you.
Sorry?
Can you talk a little louder? I can't hear you.
Okay, your phone call also will being tapped by them, but they did not found suspicious in
Why
your
do they listen
daily
to my phone
routine.
calls?
From that investigation, we came to know that you might be or you might not be involved in this case, and it can also be a matter of identity theft.
Well, I didn't do any of this. I didn't do anything in 1958.
According to Section 42, subsection C of 1958, the Drug Enforcement Administration, not you.
Well, I didn't do anything then.
Now you get that?
No, I didn't do anything in 1958. So why are you
But
telling
your
me
name
this?
is that is the Drug Enforcement Administration.
Can you talk a little louder? I can't hear you.
That is the Drug Enforcement Administration.
Yeah? What do they do?
That they act that you are going to be taken for non-violable jail for a term of 9 years.
Why?
But we just gone through your sorry?
I said
Because your
why?
name is under
I never
federal
rented a Toyota
investigation.
Corolla. Why would I go to jail for that?
That's what you didn't rented a car, Toyota Corolla.
I didn't do anything in
that's what
1958
that's
either.
what I am telling you. That is not you. According
Well, then
to
why did you
Section
contact me?
42,
Why did you contact
subsection
me
C
as
of
if it wasn't me?
1958, drug. Sorry?
Why'd you call me if it wasn't me?
That is your personal information which is used by someone else.
Well,
Did you
yeah, it
get
must be
that?
somebody that's much older than me
Your
because
personal
I wasn't even born in
information have been
1958.
misused. Sir, that is
Can you speak up? I can't hear
the
you.
Drug Enforcement Administration. That is a Drug Enforcement Administration.
Yeah? Okay.
So your personal information have been misused. So maybe someone else are using your personal information because as I
Oh
already
my
told you,
goodness, Sizzle Tits, I guess you figured it out. Maybe
That-
somebody else used my ID.
because as well as we found some documentation which relates to financial
Can you
institutions
speak louder? I
like
can't hear
Bank
you.
of America, US Bank, Chase Bank, as well as we found some documentation which relates to financial institutions like Bank of America, US Bank,
Please speak
Chase
louder. I
Bank,
can't
TD
hear
Bank,
you.
Wells Fargo, couple of credit union.
I still
And
can't hear you. Can you speak a little
When
louder?
the question arises,